Alright guys, how's it going? We're not going to be climbing so much today. I hurt my ankle last weekend, among other things. We also figure to help you guys out, we're going to do a climbing terms video. So we have a list of some terms, common terms that we use day to day while we climb. Some stuff that if you don't already climb, you might not know what we're talking about, might make it a little bit harder to understand what's going on and what we're doing. So without further ado, we'll get into it, and in future episodes, we'll just link this video, and you can check back if we're saying things and you don't know what we're talking about.
Yep. All right, first word is arête. Arête is the corner of a wall. You can use it in any climb unless the starting tag of the climb says otherwise.
All right, next term is aggression. This is as it pertains to the shoes we wear. So some shoes are more aggressive than others. More aggressive shoes will have a bend to them, so that the toe points down, and it allows you to really use your toes on smaller footholds, as well as toe hook and heel hook a little bit better. More aggressive shoes are often more uncomfortable. Well, they are without a doubt more uncomfortable than less aggressive shoes.
Yeah.
So it's a trade-off, but they're necessary for some climbs.
All right, next word is beta. Beta refers to the intended method or somebody's method of figuring out the move sequence to get to the top of a route. So each climb has a setter who set the problem, and they have an intended beta, like they have an intended move that they expect you to do to get to the top of the climb.
Beta is not always the same for everyone. Your beta is how you figured out how to do the boulder. All right. Next term is barn door. Oh, this one's kind of hard to explain.
We'll have a video playing to show it.
Yeah, you'll be seeing. So barn door is when your body swings out, typically with momentum that you've given to get to a hold.
It's like opening a door.
Yeah, basically you have a foot on and a hand on, and the rest of your body just kind of spins out.
Yeah.
Like you're opening a barn door.
All right, next word is bat hang. Bat hang's a fun one. So basically a bat hang is when your feet are above your head, usually coming out of like a cave problem or something, and you're like toe hooking above you, and you have to use your feet to pull your hands up to your feet. The video will also explain that a little better.
Yeah, this one's better with a visual.
Yeah.
All right, bump. So a lot of beginner climbers just kind of hop on the wall, and their first instinct is to go right hand, left hand, right hand, left hand to the top of the wall. That's not always the case. A lot of times you'll have to use the same hand twice, in which case you are bumping. So if you're on a hold with your left hand and you need to move your left hand a little bit higher, we would call that a bump. So if we're ever yelling at each other, like, bump your left hand, that just means bump it up to the next hold.
All right. Next word is crimp. Crimp refers to a type of hold. So a crimp is basically the smallest hold that you can put on the wall. It's pretty much just using the tips of your fingers at any point. There's bigger crimps and there's smaller crimps. Video will also show. There's a full crimp, and a full crimp means your hand has a thumb, so your thumb is overlapping your index finger. And then there's a half crimp where you're not using your thumb. It really depends on personal preference which one you're using, but sometimes a hold is better for a half crimp than it is a full crimp. Again, we'll have video playing on that.
Depends on the hold, depends on the sequence. A lot of things just depend on a lot of things. All right, next word we have is campus. Campus, as it pertains to bouldering, is when you climb a route without using your feet. I guess it doesn't necessarily, you don't have to climb the whole route. You could be on a cave problem or a problem with a lot of overhang where there were no footholds supplied, and to reach the next move you might need to campus, and so that just means you're using only your arms to move through the sequence.
There's also a type of training board called the campus board.
Yeah.
That you're only supposed to use just your arms to get to the top and down.
Yeah.
All right, next word is crux. Crux basically refers to the hardest move on any climb. Some climbs can have more than one crux move. A lot of the times they're kind of all or nothing moves. Like if you miss the move, you're falling off the climb. There's no hope.
All right, next term is cut loose. When you cut loose, it just basically means you lost your feet. That's about it.
All right, next word, we've used this a lot, is dyno. Dyno refers to a type of move where you are forced to jump. You have to leave both your hands and your feet and try to reach another hold. So our first video, we had 2 dynos. We were forced to leave our hands and feet and try to catch on other hands and feet.
Dynos. All right, next up is drop knee. This will also be best explained with a visual. Basically, you're on a foothold and you kind of have to twist your body and drop your knee. It just is a position that can offer some better leverage depending on the situation.
All right, next word is foot plant. Foot plant also is kind of a dynamic sequence. It's part of a dyno. The yellow V8 in a video, I think 2 videos back, had a foot plant. We'll also overlay it. It refers to as you jump, you have to catch your foot on something. Otherwise, you're going to swing out of the wall.
It stops your momentum.
Yeah. Again, best explained with the video.
All right, next up is flash. To flash a boulder means you've done it on your first attempt.
All right, next word is flag. Flagging is something you do with your legs. So if you're on 2 holds, this is best explained with the video as well. Flagging your foot basically means it's not on a hold and it's far out to the left or right of you to give you balance on your other foot.
All right, next up, Gaston. Gaston is just a move for your hands where the hold is facing kind of the opposite way you would want it to be. So if I was reaching up with my right hand, instead of grabbing a hold like this, I would be grabbing a hold like this.
All right, next up is grade. Grade refers to the difficulty of the problem. So in bouldering, they use a V scale. So V0 is the easiest, and it goes up. I think V16 or V17 is the hardest that's ever been set. We don't have that hard problems in our gym.
Pretty rare to find those indoors.
But basically, like V0 to V2 is pretty beginner, and like V3 to V5 is like intermediate, and anything past that is pretty difficult.
All right, heel hook. Exactly what it sounds like. You hook your heel on a hold. It gives you some compression, kind of holds your body in place and allows you to move your hands in a more stable position. Very, very dependent on the climb.
All right, next is highball. Highball is a type of dino, and it's basically just a dino that is at the top of a wall, so really high up.
High risk,
Hence,
high reward.
Highball.
All right, jug. A jug is another type of hold. Pretty objectively the best type of hold. It's really in-cut, offers you a lot of... it's a really easy hold to hold.
Most beginner climbs will be set with only jugs.
Yeah, the higher the grade, the less jugs you find.
All right, knee bar. Knee bar is a type of thing you do with your feet.
And knee.
It's basically your foot is on a hold and your knee is smashed in between another hold. Again, this will probably be best explained with a visual, so overlay that now.
All right, match. Pretty self-explanatory. You match a hold. Both hands are on the same hold. Match.
In order to officially complete a climb, you have to match the final hold.
I don't know.
All right, mantle. Mantle is basically you're pulling yourself and then pushing yourself up on top of a hold. This will also be best explained with a visual, but yeah, your hands they start above you and you end up pushing them down below you, so your entire body gets above the hold.
Yeah, imagine you're like hopping a wall. You know, you're sneaking into the public pool after it's closed. Get your hands up at the top of the wall, pull yourself, and then push, you know, to get your whole body over. All right, overhang. Overhang is just a type of wall. It's very overhung.
Pretty straightforward.
Pretty straightforward.
All right, pinch. Pinch is another hold type. Very self-explanatory. It is a pinch. You're gonna pinch it with your hand.
All right, pocket. Yet another hold type. Pocket, pretty much a jug, except it is small and you can only fit 1, 2, maybe 3 fingers in there. And I lied, you know, it's not always a jug.
There are smaller slots.
Yeah. Basically, a pocket is a hold that only allows for a few fingers to be in there. Not very fun.
Problem. Pockets are problem.
True.
No, problem refers to basically just a climb. So one climb would be considered a problem. It's just a pretty average slang term.
Yeah. Project. Project is just a term we use to kind of just say we're working on a boulder problem. It's often you're projecting like a harder grade. You kind of just have to figure out each move in the sequence one by one and then work to put it all together. So I would say I'm projecting this V7.
All right, pumped. Pumped does not refer to you're excited. It is not that kind of slang term. Pumped means you are out of energy. There's a lot of acid buildup in your forearms, so they're burning.
Lactic acid.
Yeah. So your forearms are burning.
Good.
They're like really tense, and it just basically means you're really tired out.
You're pumped.
Yeah.
Send. Personally, I usually use this when I'm referring to a climb I topped or finished. I would say I sent that, or like, watch me, I'm about to send this V7.
Yeah.
I don't know. That one's kind of broad. Doesn't really have to be. Doesn't have to mean you finished it.
No.
You could just say I'm gonna send this and then not finish it.
Yeah.
You still sent it.
We've said it a lot in our videos.
I guess I would
feel
say
like
send is referring to like you're attempting.
All right, sloper. Sloper is another type of hold, and it is also pretty self-explanatory. It's basically a hold that doesn't have a lot of cutback, and you're relying strictly on the friction from your hand to keep yourself on the hold.
All right, slab. Slab is another type of wall. It's where the wall is not straight, not overhung, but actually a little bit tilted in. Slab climbing is a lot different than any other type of climbing. It requires a lot more balance and footwork, not so much strength or power. It's pretty fun. I don't love slab, but it's good to know how to climb it.
Go watch our slab video, you'll find out. All right, side pull. Side pull refers to a hand move. It's when a hold on a wall is vertical. So instead of horizontal, you're not grabbing it on top, you're grabbing it from the side. This is not a Gaston. A Gaston would be the hold is facing towards your center of body. A side pull is it's facing away from you, so you're grabbing it from the side.
Yeah, that's well said. All right, next word is static. Static is the opposite of dynamic. It refers to the way you climb a problem. Climbing statically means that you are not ever leaving your hands or feet, basically. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I could say more.
It basically means like you're taking it slow and you're more measured with every move. But yeah, basically what Ben said, you're not really letting go of all 4 points of your body.
Yeah.
All right, toe hook. Toe hook is pretty much the same as heel hook, but with your toe. So a bat hang is a type of toe hook. You're wrapping your toe around a hold or maybe the side of the wall. It gives you tension, and that allows your hands to have better friction and more grip on the holds that they're on.
Undercling, not necessarily a type of hold, more how the hold is used. Pretty much any hold could be an undercling. Essentially, it's just a hold is turned upside down, and instead of holding it like this, you're holding it like this. And you really have to press into it to get any tension from it.
All right, volume. So a volume is a shape that setters will put on the wall. It basically gives the wall more dimension. Here at Momentum, their volumes are black. I'm sure you've seen them in our videos.
I think they're all triangles too.
Yeah, they're pretty much all triangles.
Triangular prisms.
Yeah. They just give extra dimension to the wall and allow the wall to have more than just one shape.
Base.
Yeah.
All right, vert. Vert is another wall type. It's just straight up and down.
That's it.
That's it. Well, that's it for the video. I am hoping we covered the majority of climbing slang that we throw around in our videos. Hopefully this will kind of clear a few things up for people who don't climb but watch our videos. Again, we'll link this video in probably every video from now on.
Yeah.
Just so you can reference it whenever. And yeah, again, if we missed anything or if you find us saying things that you are still confused about, let us know. I'm happy to clear it up. Yeah, get out there and climb.
Like, comment, subscribe.